Hello everyone, this is the TechnoDog channel. As usual, we continue to review and compare the latest smartphones in the industry. Today we have prepared a review comparison of two devices from Samsung. Let's talk such models as the Galaxy A31 and the Galaxy A41. These smartphones are very similar in appearance, however, they have their differences. The older smartphone, the Galaxy A41, is a bit more expensive, although it is inferior to the younger model, the A31, in some ways. Which one should we choose? Well, let's carefully consider the new products and see what differences there are between them. As usual, I'm going to leave links to stores under the video where you can find the best prices for these smartphones. Don't forget to subscribe to our TechnoDog channel and click on the bell so you'll always be the first to watch a new video about the latest in the smartphone industry. You can find a lot of interesting things on the channel. Click on the bell, like this video, and share your opinion in the comments below the video. So, let's get started. The smartphones are very similar to each other. It's almost impossible to distinguish one from the other. Both devices have a classic case made of shiny iridescent plastic, which changes the color depending on the lighting. The glossy plastic looks very impressive, but be careful. The smartphones are very easy to drop, as such a sleek body is pretty slippery. It also can be easily scratched or get dirty. If you want the phone to retain its beauty longer, put a protective cover on it. Despite the external similarity, the smartphones have certain differences. If you have both devices in your hand, you won't be able to confuse them. The Samsung Galaxy A41 is more compact, thinner, and lighter. The screen diagonal is only 6.1 inches. The body length is 149.9 millimeters. The width is 69.8 millimeters. The thickness is 7.9 millimeters, and the weight is 152 grams. If you like small smartphones, this would be the best choice. The A31 is larger and thicker. The screen size of this smartphone is 6.4 inches. The case length is 159.3 millimeters. The width is 73.1 millimeters. The thickness is 8.6 millimeters, and the weight is 185 grams. Well, this is quite a large smartphone. The screen of both smartphones has some thin plastic frames rounded at the ends. The bottom of the frame is thicker than the rest. There is some protective glass in front. The design of both smartphones is rather modern. There are some intersecting lines visible on the back. There are also several color options for the case. The M41 has 3 options. It can be silver, black, or blue. The M31 has 4 colors of the case. It can be white, black, red, or blue. So you can choose the model you would really like. The front camera on both phones is located in the drop-shaped cutout at the top of the screen in the middle. There is a speaker grill above it. The rear cameras of the smartphones are placed in a vertical unit located in the upper left corner of the smartphone. The Galaxy A41's rear camera consists of 3 lenses and an LED flash. The Galaxy A31's rear camera is represented by 4 lenses. There is also an LED flash inside the unit. Both models have an optical fingerprint sensor located under the display. There is a face recognition sensor, an accelerometer, a gyroscope, a proximity sensor, an ambient light sensor, a compass, a hall sensor, and a virtual presence sensor. The NFC module is built into both smartphones, as well as the contactless payment service support for Samsung Pay. The function keys are located identically. There is a volume key and a power button on the right side. It is especially nice that the smartphones have a full 3-section tray for 2 SIM cards and a memory card located on the left edge. You don't have to make a difficult choice between a SIM card and a memory card. Both smartphones support micro SD cards with capacities up to 512 gigabytes. The audio jack for 3.5mm wired headphones is available. This is especially nice. It is placed on the bottom of the case. There is also an input for connecting a Type-C 1.0 charger, a microphone and a speaker grill. There is a second microphone for noise reduction in the upper side of the smartphones. The memory configuration of the Galaxy A41 is 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of ROM. The Galaxy A31 has more modifications: 4GB or 6GB of RAM and 64 or 128GB of ROM. The only difference between the screens of the Samsung Galaxy A31 and A41 are their diagonal and the pixel density. The type of screen on both smartphones is the same. It is the Super AMOLED with a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels, Full HD+. The display is bright and sharp. Everything is at the highest level. The Galaxy A31 has a screen diagonal of 6.4 inches, the aspect ratio of 20:9, and the PPI of 411. The A41 has a diagonal size of 6.1 inches, the aspect ratio of 20:9, and its PPI of 431. The screen brightness is automatically adjusted for both smartphones. There is the blue filter to protect your eyes, color temperature options, black theme support, gesture control, and other standard options. The smartphones run on the Android 10.0 operating system with the One UI 2.0 interface. You can also upgrade it to One UI 2.1. All you need to do is just to agree to install it. The rear camera of both smartphones is located in a vertical block in the upper left corner on the back of the smartphone case. There is also an LED flash. The camera protrudes slightly from the case, but if you put on a case, this slight inconvenience will be hidden. The Samsung Galaxy A31 has one more lens than its competitor. They added the 5-megapixel camera for macro photography. So, the A31 has the main camera with a resolution of 48 megapixels and aperture of f2.0. The ultra-wide camera is 8 megapixels with aperture of f2.2. The macro module is 5 megapixels with aperture of f2.4. The depth sensor is of 5 megapixels with aperture of f2.4. These allows you to take close-up photos with a beautiful bokeh effect, with a selection of objects on a blurred background. This camera is equipped with a live focus function. The main camera, with a high-resolution matrix, makes bright and clear pictures at any time of the day. The 123-degree ultra-wide-angle camera is suitable for shooting landscapes and group portraits. The macro lens provides good quality photos taken when shooting from a short distance. The depth sensor allows you to create portrait pictures with focus on the image object and blur the background. The triple rear camera of the Galaxy A41 consists of the main module with a resolution of 48 megapixels and the aperture of f2.0. The ultra-wide camera of 8 megapixels with the aperture of f2.2, and the depth sensor of 5 megapixels with the aperture of f2.4. The camera takes clear and well-balanced photos with excellent detail, even in low light. The ultra-wide-angle camera can be used for shooting landscapes, city streets, and home interiors. The depth sensor allows you to adjust the background sharpness level. The maximum video quality for both smartphones is Full HD at 30 FPS. As for the front cameras, the resolution of the selfie camera of the A31 is 20 MP, with the aperture of f2.2. The camera creates fairly clear photos with blurring the background. Color reproduction of images is natural. The A41 has a higher resolution selfie camera. It has 25 MP with aperture f2.2 versus 20 MP of the A31. The resolution of the front camera affects not the sharpness of the image, but its overall quality. The more data the artificial intelligence has, the better it processes the image. You can feel them try it and decide for yourselves. The Galaxy A31 does not have the electronic video stabilization feature, and, unfortunately, the A41 does not have it either. The Samsung Galaxy A31 and A41 have the same hardware. Both smartphones feature the MediaTek's Fast Helio P65 processor. This is a 12nm chip with 8 cores. 6 of them are the Cortex A55 with a frequency of up to 1.7 GHz. The other 2 are Cortex A75 with a frequency of 2 GHz. The system also includes the ARM Mali G52 graphics chip and supports the artificial intelligence platform. The option is used when processing images, optimizing power consumption, recognizing objects through the camera, and other high-tech functions. The smartphone performance is maximized using the Game Booster app. The program interface allows you to control the gameplay. The application provides smooth graphics and more natural movements of objects in games. All player actions are analyzed by artificial intelligence, battery consumption is optimized, and game loading is accelerated. The memory configuration of the Galaxy A41 is 4GB of RAM and 64GB of ROM. The Galaxy A31 has more modifications: 4GB or 6GB of RAM and 64 or 128GB of ROM. Both smartphones support the necessary communication standards. There is support for 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, both use Bluetooth version 5.0 for data transfer. There is a GPS and NFC module. These smartphones do not have an infrared port. The battery capacity for the Galaxy A31 is 5000 mAh. There is a quick charge function, 15W. The battery capacity for the Galaxy A41 is less. It is 3500 mAh. There is also a fast 15W charge. What are the reviews on these smartphones on the internet? I have analyzed some of them and I am ready to tell you about it. Let's start with the negative reviews. The Galaxy A31. 1. It has a large, heavy body. 2. There is no optical camera stabilization. 3. The fingerprint scanner fires slowly. Galaxy A41. 1. The body quickly slaps. 2. Slippery plastic case. 3. No camera stabilization. Galaxy A31. 1. A good amount of RAM and internal memory. 2. Large battery capacity and quick charge. 3. Extremely bright screen. 4. There is an NFC module. Galaxy A41. 1. Thin frame at the bottom. 2. Good cameras. 3. Nice compact size smartphone. This is a phone, not a tablet. There is an NFC module. So today we compared and contrasted two wonderful smartphones, the Samsung Galaxy A31 and the Galaxy A41. Both devices look decent and have several color options for the case. Both have an NFC module and on-screen fingerprint scanner, a quick charge function, a slot for 2 SIM cards, and a dedicated memory card slot up to 512 GB. The significant difference between the Samsung Galaxy A31 and the A41 can be reduced to 3 main points. Dimensions and weight. The Galaxy A41 is more compact. It lies pleasantly in the hand, is very light, and is convenient to use, even if you have a small palm. This is its main feature. Battery life. The Galaxy A31 has a battery capacity of 5000 mAh and will last longer without recharging. Built-in memory. The Galaxy A41 is available with only 64 GB of memory. The Galaxy A31 has a version with a built-in memory of 128 GB. Of course, there is still a difference in the set of cameras, but it is unlikely that the A31 macro lens on the one hand and the additional 5MP on the A41 selfie camera on the other will determine your choice. Then again, who knows? I think that the Galaxy A41 is more suitable for those who are looking for a compact smartphone for everyday use. The Galaxy A31 will be an excellent option for active users who need good autonomy and a lot of memory for content. What do you think about these models, guys? Which smartphone do you like more and why? Write your opinion in the comments below. As usual, I've left links to online stores under this video. By following the links, you can find information on the best prices for these smartphones. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click on the bell. There are plenty more interesting comparisons to come. Bye everyone.